Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday, everyone.
Hello. Say hi to us, guys, if you're here live. We are in day 15. Yeah, we have some people coming. Good morning, good morning. We're going deeper into marketing today, and I hope you're here. Yay. Hi, Wendy. Nice to see you. We missed you over the weekend. Hey guys, good morning. We will talk about marketing because we all know we need marketing in business, and we probably all doing that. Hey Kathy, good morning. Hey Dave.
Morning, Wendy. Morning, Kathy.
And I believe that is something that we actually do, even we think we don't do marketing, we're still doing that. It's the way how we walk, how we talk. It's basically all our presentation, and now we're talking more about online because we are all online. If it's virtual event or if it's website or social media accounts or your posts, we are interacting, and that's already part of our marketing if that is on the page. Guys, I just want to ask, do you have website? Who here is actually having already website set up?
Hello. A good thing, a good way to look at that, Alex, is I heard say once that marketing is everything that you do in your business right up to the point of just before a sale takes place. It's how you engage. It's how you get your brand across. It's the words that you use in your emails, in your print, in your advertising. It's absolutely everything. It's the language, the physiology, the body language. Everything you do is sending a message to your audience.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. Thank you. Hey Mark, good morning. Yes, website. Yes. Guys, do you have any landing page that you're offering, like your lead magnet or your offer or anything on your website? Do you have landing page or do you have social media? I guess all of you has social media because we are here. Yep. Yeah. I'm labor on the website. Cool, Wendy. Why I'm asking actually this question is more about, because I'm curious about your headlines. Like when you have any landing page or website, the most important part would be of course, via visual. We always checking the visuals. They have to be really connected with your headline. And the major topic we will talk about is today how to create those words and headlines and how to put together your landing page. And all part of branding. You can see. Cool, guys. I'm really curious if you can share any headline, like if you can share anything that is your major headline on your website or landing page, that would be great, and we will come back to the comments. But I will try to just start. It will be probably the best, and explain why we are talking about that and why we are asking the questions, because we are going to talk about 4-part copywriting model. And this is only like a small part of the models we are using when we work with our clients. It's not all of that, but this is a major thing that I want you to implement, because that will be probably easy to implement even without us. And I'm talking also a little bit about NLP together, how we create a language. And I really want to mention that because I did some research yesterday, and I was actually reading a lot of stuff around how probably the best to explain what we're going to talk about today, because it's really connected with our language and our brain and our thinking. And NLP is basically, it's more in nutshell, is basically all about learning how mind works, and then using a set of tools of techniques to influence it. And that's what NLP is doing. And the reason copywriters like NLP is because it can pursue prospects to take action. That means you can influence prospect or people that are on your website or on your landing page or on your social media. You can actually kind of make them to or push them to take an action if that is for them. And there are a few tools, and the first and most important step is interrupt. And I always said it's from NLP's pattern interrupts. That means the same thing, but the major thing is headline. It has to interrupt. It has to stop people on your headline. It has to be something that, because we talk about that you can be really easily lost in the crowd because there's so many messages, so many headlines, so many people talking about the success, business, and all that things all together. But if you really want to interrupt people, you need to think about how our mind is working. And I actually had great example for that, how that actually works, because I believe everybody is experiencing when people calling and it's like, hey, here is the, I don't know, Patel from Alinta or from Simply Energy or whatever it is. And they're always calling you with straight away with the work, like, that's me and I'm going to offer you discount on gas or what's, it's always the same thing. And what we do, our mind is straight away set up to get rid of the person or just like, okay, tell me what you want. And we just really think already we don't want to talk with them, or most of us. I was that person. I'm always trying to be really nice because I was really nasty at the beginning, and I was like, oh, just please, I don't have time. And especially when we are busy, you know, we don't want to really talk with anyone when we know what they're going to sell us. And we kind of like it's predisposition, like they already behave the way that we don't want to talk to them. That means we already put barriers and we don't really listen. But when the guy will probably say like, hey, Alex, it's Mark, does the name ring a bell? And you will be like, huh, that's weird. Like, do I know this person? And you start to think. That means you totally interrupted the person. And the person on the phone is actually going to listen to you probably longer than, you know, when you say, where are you calling from and why? That's why we try to really, that's how our mind works. We try to really interrupt and change the language, how we say things. And this is just the idea how that works, and how you can inject that to your copy. There's a few things, of course, there are words like warning or attention you can use, and they work. They are really great for interruption. I always like the words imagine or I wonder, or imagine how you will feel when you have all money in the world, what you can do. Imagine your life is completely different, or do you ever wonder? And you can create it's like you create a story. You can create anything what you want. There are a few words, they're really great for interruption, and I know you will agree, all of you guys, because it's chocolate or it's sex or joy or empowerment. And I think we all know when that will be billboard with this amazing chocolate cake, and you will see this warm chocolate, and you will imagine the taste of that, because we all love chocolate. I believe all of you guys love chocolate. Then you will probably remember what was on the billboard when you're driving the car. But when that will be just the simple, like, real estate agents offer this and this, you will probably don't even look at that. You will never remember. They will never stuck in your mind. And we want people to create that familiarity with us, with our brand. We want them to have that, you know, stuck in their mind. Wendy, about to read Persuasion by Cialdini. Yeah, I love that book. My website home is the headline, Good Dog Sits There. I love that, Mark. I know you're great because you are really, you really spend time with your brand, and I love how you express your brand. And I like the website. That's great. And that's definitely interrupt, because people will be like, what? It's like something about dogs. And that's why all your branding is actually really good. And I guess that's probably a lot of people really remember your brand. And it's a really good example. That means if you want to share anything in the group, that will be great, because I think your headlines or your website or posts are really great for interruption pattern. And the second thing is engage. What we want to have as a second part is engage people the way, first, what I mean by that, I will probably try to, like, you can tell the story. You can tell them short story that people will start to think and listen and start to, like, think and bring some emotions. Or you can get plenty yeses. That's really great from NLP as well. Your goal with the technique is basically to like your clients or potential clients to say yes really often, because when you ask questions and they say yes, you know, during your, I don't know, 15-20 minute speech, they usually are prepared already say yes when you ask for something, for a purchase. Yep. And I will have Dave to join me.
Alex, there's a little bit of commentary going on in the thread. Wendy's posted a comment about to read Persuasion by Cialdini, which is a fantastic book. And if you haven't read it, I thoroughly recommend you do. Mark asked, is that a typo, being persuasion as opposed to persuasion? And Wendy's clarified, no, it is definitely persuasion. And that really ties into what we're talking about in this concept of when you're interrupting, when you're headline grabbing. It's that commentary that actually engages them before you've actually, you know, talking and chatting in that process. And so Cialdini does that exceptionally well in his book. So if you haven't read that yet, it's well worth the read.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, definitely, I agree. Yeah, what I mean by engaging, I will just continue there. Basically, the second part of your copy, if we talk about the landing page, or if you talk about your post, those 4 steps you can use in even posting, when you're posting every day or every second day. And during the talk or on your website, it should have some kind of like a closed questions, because that is the best way to let people or push people to say yes. And you can use something like, hey guys, isn't that cool? Or am I right? Or isn't that exciting? Or maybe something like, is this making sense? That we usually ask, like, do you understand, guys? Is that all clear? Or who wants to free copy of something? That's another push to lead magnet, or something that you want to offer already. Or are you all getting this? Guys, actually, I will ask, are you all getting this? It's all clear? Did you get a first step and second step? We are an engagement step. Do you have any tools how you engage people in your marketing copy? Do you have any questions or type of engagement that you are using and is working for you? Please just answer those questions, guys, because I'm really, really curious, because this topic can go forever, and we can probably answer your questions as well and help you with your landing page or your marketing message or your posts, or how you're doing that in your branding.
We're getting some feedback coming through, Alex. Yes, Mark and Kathy both saying yes, great. And I think it's very, very important just to layer that again. No doubt, if you're on Facebook, you do see numerous posts that are asking the question: if I wrote a book about X, Y, Z, would you be interested? And anyone that's basically saying yes, or curious, or I'd like to know more, could be indicating that they're perhaps part of that target market, that ideal avatar that you're after. So it's about having those headlines or those hooks that grab the attention of the audience that you want to be talking to.
Yeah, and it's very important to establish this kind of like a pattern of yes before you will actually come to your offer, or before you really offer something, because it will be just easier for you to drive any kind of sales or sales conversation through your posts and through your marketing. And the third part in the model is educate. And I also find very similar things is use triple facts. That means there is a few different things that you can read even online or read in the books, and people basically just call them differently. But educate part for me is definitely use some facts. That means you really say you should. It's like you need social proof, or you need to research some numbers or statistics. I always said you should be able to express what you're offering and why you're offering that, and what that offer is making or doing with, to people. And you should have that research done. And also you can say something like, why does that matter? Because of the latest research. And it doesn't need to be really in numbers, but it is already supported by latest research. That means you kind of educate them that is something that is really is the research around that, is something that, I don't know, successful business is using, and you just always need to have that proof. And I know there was the great example it was the guy, he was doing like a fat loss diet or some advertisement around that. And for example, how he used that in his copy, it was like you saying that I've explained to you the important role your liver plays in weight loss. That means he already said the fact that he already explained how important role the liver plays in weight loss. And after that, he used statement, you also learn why a liver detox can help anyone lose weight. That's another truth. That's another statement he used already in the copy or in his speech or presentation. And now the third thing is you usually offer, it's like a statement you want actually your potential client to accept, because they already heard that two truth. And it can be like, and this system will turn your body into a lean machine, or fat burning machine, or anything like that, because you already make them see like that was true statement, or I said yes a few times, and now this has to be something that I believe in, because that's the statement. You push people, or you prepare them to say yes and understand and trust you. And I think that's very important, just to really play with facts. when you're using or when you're offering something, I guess that's always what we want to give people. That means for us, it will be, I don't know, testimonials. For us, that can be video testimonial and what people actually achieved through the program. Or it can be the model we are using, like it's a lot of ESIP model, what we're using, and Trust Me model. They're models, they worked already for thousands businesses, and they actually achieved their amazing turnover. You know, that means we know that already worked. We can take that example and put it into our copy and say, like, these are the models we are using, or these are the systems we are using, and you can use them as well. And you will achieve results like, and we can probably even say the names of people they actually using the systems. That means any kind of proof, any truth statement is very important in your copy. All good?
Yeah,
Alex, you're getting that?
Wendy's made a comment, the yes frame, or when you've had 3 yeses, and very true. So, and you just clearly gave that example. It's, you know, it's asking a question that they go, oh, yes. And then another question they go, oh, yes. Then another question, yeah, oh, therefore they've got this process of agreement taking place. We spoke about this on the weekend about the agreement frame, the listening frame. So reading has the same process. So if your copy happens to be in the written format, or if it's copy that you're speaking, it's almost those assumptive yeses. You're making a statement or a headline grabber that is pretty much most people would go along with. So you're taking them along for the ride. Then there's that concept of, oh, this feels right. There's some resonance going on here.
Yeah, I really like the comment from Mark. With any engagement, you need to treat it as a conversation.
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely agree. Yeah, and that's why we're talking about partners. We are talking what we can do and how we want to, you know, 3 yeses and we want to put out that true statements. But still, it has to be in conversation and it has to be trustworthy. Of course, if you will make it up, that is not going to move your business anywhere. That means always think about other person on the other side of the conversation, that actually how you can help them for real. Like I'm really meaning that, because if you can't help the business, you probably don't go even, you know, to try to get some yeses from them. And yeah, I definitely agree. We need to be always doing this in conversation. And guys, if you have anything to share with your true statements, that will be great, because that can help other people as well when they will come back to the comments and they can read some comments like what actually you are using in your maybe social media posts, maybe on LinkedIn or maybe on Facebook. It will be great if you can share, or any questions you ask your audience to try to get actually yes, if you're using that one. And the 4th step in our copywriting model is basically CTA, call to action. And I have Graciela. Good morning, Graciela. That's okay. You can just play it again. The video will be there. CTA, call to action, is something that I want you to remember one thing about that, because all these marketing copy you're actually creating, now you're coming to the point that you want to ask them to do something. You want to ask your audience to do something. But call to action at the end, every landing page or every post should have just ask one thing. Never ask 2 things. I was doing the same mistake. I was always asking people to join the group or, I don't know, sign up for membership. And I was basically confusing them, and they didn't do any of that. That means if you have post, if you have advertisement, if you have, if you do your workshop, ask people one thing. Call to action has to be one thing. Never do 2 or 3 call to actions during that one presentation or one landing page. If you will have on your landing page, let's say, that was how I built it up at the beginning as well. I built it up the landing page, and it was like, first button was, I don't know, join the group. The second button was join the free event. And the 4th or 5th button, you know, when you scroll down, that was finally like you can buy. But that was how I understood at the beginning. I was like, yeah, I can ask everything, because I want people to group. I want to take them in the group. I want them to sign up for membership. I want them to get this for free, and I want them to buy my program, everything on one landing page. And that was, I know we all know now that was a big mistake, but before I didn't know, because I was learning and I was trying and I was testing. Yeah, probably I got 1 person in the group, that was all. but they were so confused. And that's why I always focus on one call to action.
Alex, I think it's very important that with your call to actions as well, that you maintain your integrity through that process. So if you've got a call to action as hurry up and sign up now to this course before the price, goes back to its normal process, then you actually have to live that value. So for argument's sake, if you've got a course that's normally $1,000 and you're now offering a special deal of $250 for the next 7 days, and then you go, 7 days from now, you go, I'm going to run it again for another 7 days, and then again for another 7 days. It's like the rug sale type guy. You've got to have that process where if it's a discount, it's a genuine discount for a limited time. It's not going to be this discount that's ongoing and forever. Or you might see headlines, so hurry up and jump at this now before I take the program off the market. Well, if you're going to take the program off the market, actually take it off the market. So have that integrity.
That's another pattern, or that's something from actually NLP as well. And I think that's the scarcity. And I think that's also in the book that Wendy mentioned. But it's basically another thing that we are using in our conversation, or that we do actually when we have call to action, when we create that. That's basically, we can go deeper. That's something that we do in the course, because that is another, like, there are attributes of call to action, or attributes around that, just that one step of your copy. You can talk about another, like 8 laws what we need to use actually to create call to action, and call to action that works. And I guess
Wendy's made a great comment. A confused mind is a no mind. So we want our audience to be in a yes frame of mind. So if you're confusing them, it's no, because how can I take that next step when I don't understand?
Yes, exactly. That's why it's so important to have that one call to action, because as I said, I tested that, trust me, and didn't work. Didn't work to have on one landing page 2 call to actions. That doesn't work.
I think that's the great part about business, when I think I'm 24, 25 years into business now, and I've learned a lot of ways how not to do things. And you just improve and refine as you go. And I know your journey's been fairly similar. So it's that test, measure, monitor, and that constantly rinse and repeat, and refine and get better as you go.
Yeah, and definitely also the marketing and everything is changing so much, especially now. When I'm thinking about my first business, and I'm thinking how we did marketing before, that was not really online marketing that much. Yeah. Like I know that sounds like I'm super old, but I am. When I'm thinking about that, it's like, we didn't use internet that much. We just basically did a lot of billboards, especially in Europe. Europe is so different with advertisement. That means, and you need to definitely interrupt. Because that is like on one highway, you have like million billboards, and to stop people, to see that your billboard is just so hard. Like there was just so many amazing interrupt examples. I can probably even look for them and share actually here, because that's just so many of them.
Totally. I can remember, go back 20 something years ago now, in the early days of establishing a finance broking business or a mortgage broking business. And we'd do letterbox drops in certain areas. Now, I wish I knew back then what I understand today about copy and marketing and getting your message right. It was in those early days, it was very much we do this, we do that, we can do this, we can save the world, the whole lot. And everything was about us, and not one thing that we were putting together was talking to our ideal client and helping them see that we could help solve their problem.
Yeah. Guys, if you have anything to share, I didn't see any comments around your headlines. That means I would love to see that, because I would like to see at least someone headline. I know Mag was sharing. I can't help there, because that's amazing. I think it's a really good one, what he shared at the beginning. And if you want to help each other, just share what kind of true statements you are using, what call to action you are using. Maybe share call to action if that is easier, and where we can probably have a look on your website and see actually what is your landing page look like, or your post. We will look at your post, guys. We will definitely check that. And why is that? Absolutely. Yeah. Why is that? Sorry.
Okay. I was just going to say, we're here. We're definitely here to help. So if you've got something out there that you're going, I don't think this is quite landing, by all means, let us know so we can have a look at it, because we'd love to help steer you in the right direction.
Yeah. I was just going to say, because this is day 15, and basically we have 1 week ahead, and I think we are finishing on Sunday, and we will probably come up with 2 or 3 live videos afterwards, just to give you some support between the time that we are starting our course. And CTAs is something I need to work on. Great, Mark. I will be happy to chat about that, because that's it's very important. Call to action is important, and that's basically the final step when people actually click on the button and actually run through your funnel or your landing page, or for your call, whatever you're offering on your landing page. And yeah, just let me know, what is that CTA for? Like if it's for free stuff, lead magnet, or you thinking about CTA for already purchasing your product or service? That will be interesting to know. But I just wanted to say, yeah, we have just 1 week ahead, and we will try to squeeze as much content we can for marketing copy. It will be some conversation around sales and sales techniques. We can't fit everything in because a lot of stuff is in our course, and even though like we will talk about sales and maybe just kind of like a simple framework, that is a lot of other steps that you need to do in your sales conversation, and we just don't have enough time to do it here for free. But I think it's very important to know that we have 1 call to action. We have just 1 call to action. If you really need the help in your business with marketing and with sales, and you really want to see how to get clients, we actually signed up 5 clients last week. That means if you really want to know how to do that, even during this time of the crisis, and we don't know what will happen, it's really uncertain times, and I know for a lot of people it's hard, and I know for a lot of people it's challenging, but I can't recommend more to really get a conversation with us and talk about that. If you actually need us, if you need a course, maybe the course is not suitable for you, but we would love to open that conversation with you, especially when your business is still not moving where you want that, to go, and when you're not achieving the results. Because I always say time is now. And I was always like, I will come later to that, and I was doing same thing. Like I was going through workshops and try all content everywhere. And I was listening to so many people, but I never implemented one thing from every person, the whole system. I always implemented a few pieces from each workshop, and that never worked together. That means if you really want to have one system that works, definitely we will be happy to chat with you and open that conversation. That means probably that's just our 1 CTA.
Yeah. We've got a couple of comments in there, Alex. Joanne's put, I've been guilty of 2 or 3 call to action, so the tip of just running with the 1 is great. And also has a headline of feel fabulous and look your best. I'm going to take that as a deliberate typo, to be fabulous. I'm thinking in terms of loose fitting clothing. I could be wrong, Joanne. You might want to just let us know on that one. But if it is around fabulous in terms of your clothes and so forth on a loose fit, I actually quite like the play on words there. That's clever.
Yeah, I like the headline, and yeah, but definitely I can think about some ideas, because I think that's great. I will probably need to see the landing page or the headline on the website to see actually how that goes together with visual and the sentence after, like just to be sure it's actually getting the message, message to the people that you really want. And it's definitely kind of interruption, because we all want to look the best and feel the best. I think it's great. And yes, guilty to free CTAs. I guess that's another thing. We're always doing that because we want to sell everything, we want to offer everything, and it's just so easy. Because when I'm thinking just about our business, like we have 2 different programs, we have so many CTAs on different landing pages, because we can take people on a call, we can take one-on-one, we can take people to Quantum Link, we can, it's getting confusing for people. That's why when we do 21-day challenge, there is only 1 CTA, even though I can offer probably so many other things from what we do, but no, that is 1 thing. And the reason we're doing, because we want them to actually grow their business in 3-4 months. We want them to be able to get a system in and just basically grow the audience and get the leads and get conversation and actually move the business somewhere, to that final goal. And if I will focus on probably getting to, purpose and thoughts again, and we will go back and we will try to offer you another program, you will be so confused, because now we're talking business and the program is Advance Your Business. All these challenges about boost your business and life. That means it will be silly to offer something else, and it will be definitely confusing for you guys, I believe.
Yeah, and Alex,
I think it's worth sharing, like, kind of how we've got to this process, because over the last 4 or 5 months, we've kind of had three themes of clients that we've been working with. The first is those that are just going, look, it's just all too hard, this new change, this new world. And the reality is those people were probably in businesses that were borderline anyway, and the nature of the changes and restrictions in terms of number of people at premises and so forth has just tipped those businesses over the edge, and they've just closed the doors and starting a new life. Then there's what I call the middle category, which is people that are sort of stuck like a bit of a deer in the headlights. They're going, oh, if I just can't wait for things to go back to normal. And what they haven't yet grasped is normal isn't going to come back. Normal will be this new mark, this new way, this new thing that's going about. So they're kind of going, I know I've got to change, but I don't want to change. Can someone help me and show me the way? And then there's the third type of people that are just going, you know what? Change is going to happen whether I like it or not. What have I got to do? How do I pivot? How do I put a new stake in the ground and work towards that peg? So, they're the sort of three categories. And look, that very first category, if you're done and dusted, reinvent yourself, do something completely different. If you're in that middle category, get some help. And if you're in that third category of wanting to achieve new ways, wanting to look at things, that's definitely proactive, front foot business type people. And that's very much the type of clients that we typically work with.
Yeah, thank you very much for wrap up. Yeah, that's definitely something that I'm happy you mentioned, because it's important. And I guess I was Sam at the beginning. I was actually looking for coaches, and I work with coaches around the take business online, because I have my event management company, and that was basically my income, and I was quite comfortable, and I didn't really care. And I started to build up this very slowly, and the mentoring effect was really taking, like, it was just step by step and was slower. We had one-on-one clients. We didn't think about, group coaching and didn't think about virtual meetings or virtual workshops that actually, we just don't need to spend money. We were running some workshops in our office in Coburn, but we also rented some rooms, and you just have these costs flying around. People had to come, they need to pay for parking. There was parking in the city when we had a workshop. There was $20 per day. There is, of course, at some parking spot is $40 plus when they pay for workshop. It's just so much cheaper to run it this way. And for us, that's all change and all different. That's why I was running through all those kind of trainings, how to write a copy, how to advertise, and how to don't be lost there, because out there you can see so many advertisements on Facebook, and most of them, yes, they are, they are junks or they're spams, and we don't know. That's like every business has, every business is different. A lot of digital marketers are spam, basically promising you, these huge results that I didn't get last year. But I guess that's the thing, we need to figure it out, and we need to find that person we trust the most, and just grow the business that way. That's all. Graciela, thank you. Well said, Dave. Well said, Dave.
Beauty.
To adapt and make some changing around this new life. Yes, I agree, Graciela. Exactly. And Joanna said that she edited that typo. That means it was typo. Feel fabulous and look your best was the correct one.
Okay.
Thanks,
okay.
Joanna. Thanks, Joanna. I want to feel fabulous and look my best. That means I'm still in. And I think Dave is not going to understand because he's not the bride.
No. This is as good as it gets.
Well, it's okay. Cool. Thank you, guys. We are probably actually, we are at the end. We will just wrap up. That means I will post the homework. I will post your worksheet, and I will just wrap up what we're talking about, or around these four different things that you have to have in your post or any copy or your website or landing page, and just to really have that structure that you can use. And that will be basically interrupt, engage, educate, and CTA. And I will share that again in the post, and I hope you will enjoy today homework. And I really want to see some comments when you will run through the homework or try to change your copy and put it into that frame. Just let me know how you go, and I want to see what changed in your copy for you, and how you can use it, and what did you do with CTAs. We can talk about CTAs more.
Cool.
Okay, thank you.
Happy Monday, everyone.
Yeah, happy Monday, guys. See you. Thanks, Mark. Thanks, Wendy. Thank you being here, guys. Thanks. See ya.